What's going on, guys? Bryan here, and today we're going to talk about one of my favorite ways to make money online. Now, this video is inspired by Gary Vee's new series, Trash Talk. If you're unfamiliar with what Trash Talk actually is, it's basically Gary Vee going around from garage sale to garage sale and basically demonstrating how much you can actually make by buying things there and reselling them online. So, if you're looking for a foolproof way to make money online that's really beginner friendly, stick around. Now, I'm gonna take his series one step further, and I'm gonna show you how to do this on a daily basis, all from your laptop. So if physically going from garage sale to garage sale isn't really your thing, or you'd rather just do all your sourcing online, this video is for you. Alright guys, now just like Trash Talk, today we're gonna be doing some arbitrage as well. But we're going to be doing all our arbitrage online. Now, there's nothing wrong with going from garage sale to garage sale or retail store to department store. I totally respect the hustle. But I'd personally rather do it from my couch. It's not necessarily about being lazy, it's more about conserving my time. So without further ado, let's hop over to my computer and I'll show you exactly how I source products online and I resell them. Alright, here we are on my computer now, guys, and I just want to teach you a few ways to find products and resell them. Now, just for reference too, I'm not just some random person on the internet regurgitating some information that I saw in another video. I do this every single day still, and I've taught thousands of other people to do this too. So there's no reason that you can't do this as well and start making money immediately. Watch this video and then take action. I personally use Online Arbitrage to cash flow my other businesses and pay for my ad spend from time to time, but you can turn it into a full-time income if you're willing to put the work in. It's really that simple. So, the first way that you can make money by sourcing products online is from Amazon coupon sites, which I'm going to show you here in a second. So, I'm going to go through some examples with you here in a second, like I said, but in a nutshell, all you're doing is you're buying items for pennies on the dollar on Amazon and then reselling them back on Amazon. It's literally that simple. It's super easy, and there's a lot of money to be made. Now, you might be thinking, how can I buy something in one place and then resell it back on the same platform for a profit? Simple. Here's a website I use all the time, Vipon.com. And this is an example of a website that Amazon private label sellers use to slap their products on with coupon codes in hopes that it'll get them reviews on their products and increase their sales. So both of those things will help obviously increase their products' rank and their Amazon sales in the future. So right here, you'll see, I'm going to go through this here in a second with you, but you'll see that you're basically looking for a product that you can find a decent profit margin on, claim the code, and then buy it for pennies on the dollar. Once it gets to your house, you then relist it back under the same listing you purchased it from that actual retail price without the coupon code, thus making that difference in profit. If you have any questions on this specifically, just drop them in the comments section down below. I'd love to answer them for you. But here's an example of just a few that I found in about 30 seconds. So right here is an example of one. It's the Timber Ridge Camping Kitchen Table Grill, blah, blah, blah. And you'll see here that it retails at on Amazon for $60. But with a coupon code, you can get it 50% off and buy it for $30. Thus, when you get it and relist it, you're making that $30 profit margin. Now, obviously, Amazon, I get this question a lot. Yes, Amazon's going to take their fees. Yes, you have to worry about shipping it back in, but there's so many workarounds with that. Without getting too in depth with it, you're not really focused on it too much. If you have a question on it, like I said, drop it in the comments and I'd be sure to answer that specific question for you. But let's safely assume that you might be making $25, maybe $27 here, minus the Amazon fees, minus the shipping when you factor everything in together. And just to show you that I'm not just pulling this up, this is the coupon code, and if I wanted to go ahead and buy it, here's the listing. Now, just full disclosure for those of you that are just cherry picking and want to watch this video, because I know there's a bunch of you out there, you basically take the SIN and you take it into your Amazon seller and you want to make sure, like I just did here before, that you're able to sell this. Now you'll see sell yours, so clearly you can relist it. Some of them are gated, they're gated categories, some of them are brand restricted, and without getting too in depth with this, Put it simply, you want to make sure that you're allowed to sell it before you actually go ahead and buy it, right? Just like any other arbitrage that you're doing in retail stores or on garage sales, you want to check to see that A, there's a profit to be made, and B, you're able to sell it. So we've established both of that. If I wanted to go ahead and grab this for 30 bucks, I would then turn around and make a profit of roughly maybe 25-ish with this code. Obviously, it would come to my house and then I'd send it back into FBA, or I'd merchant fulfill it depending on what I wanted to do with it. Here's another example. $9 would cost me to get this Bluetooth headphones. Usually retails at $29.99 on Amazon. So let's get the coupon and make sure that this would be a good product. Let's pull it up. So still retails at $29.99. So the first thing I do is check the price. Now let's check to see if we can sell it. Take the ASIN, take it to Amazon Seller Central, check the product, and looks like I can't actually, so I can sell this. And this is one of those things that I actually just added to one of my courses recently. For whatever reason, Amazon added this new thing where it says listing limitations apply. So just click this down. Before, when you used to click that down, it would always be you weren't able to sell it, or you could only sell it as refurbished or used. Now, for whatever reason, you'll see here that you click it down and you're still able to sell it as new. So you can still sell yours. This is still a good product to buy. And if I wanted to, I would copy the coupon code, obviously, add it to my cart, and then purchase it for $9. Now, I'm not going to show you that here right now because that's going to show you my delivery address, which I probably don't want to do online. However, it's really that simple, and that's how I go about doing this. It's rinse and repeat. So a couple more if I really wanted to. Here we are on Vipon.com's main website. I've sorted it by discount high to low. You can sort it by low to high. You can sort it through categories and other things that you want to search for ranking wise. Like I said, I don't want to get too in depth with this today. I just want to give you the overall, in a nutshell. But this right here, you could buy for 10 cents. Or resell it on Amazon for $9.99 and thus make that profit of about $9 after Amazon fees. It's super simple. So one more time, we'll check it, make sure it still retails for $9.99. That's a good sign. Now let's make sure that we can sell it. Another thing that you're going to want to keep in mind is I'm not going to tell you to go out and purchase Jungle Scout or anything like that right now. Obviously, I have it, but you're going to want to make sure that it sells fast enough. That's another thing to keep in mind. Like I said, this is just kind of the nuts and bolts of it without getting too in depth with the business model, but that's something that you're going to want to keep in mind. I actually have Jungle Scout's software up here. Let's make sure that we can sell it really fast, and I'll show you. We can. New, refurbished, and used conditions, sell yours. So you can sell this. You could buy it for 10 cents and resell it on Amazon for $9.99. So if you wanted to make sure that you could sell it, you simply run the Jungle Scout software. Of course, I'm logged out. Why wouldn't I be? So I'm not going to run it right now. But basically, once you establish that you can sell it, another way to do it is check the ranking. So obviously, rankings vary from category to category. That's why I suggest using the Jungle Scout software. But put simply, without logging back in, that's how you do it. There are so many products to buy on Amazon and resell on Amazon. So imagine if you could find just 10 products a day, which by the way is super easy, and each product had a profit margin of about $10. Well, then you'd be clearing $100 a day in profit for about 20 minutes of work, if that. Now I do this every single day. And so many of my students do too. Now imagine if you could find 20 or 30 or 50 or even 100 products. Now we're talking about some serious bank right from your couch. Gary Vee certainly is right. The flip game is real, but you don't need to physically go out to garage sales or retail stores to buy stuff. I just showed you an example of, one of the coupon sites that you can go out and buy stuff from, and there are so many more. Now, I don't typically sell any of my courses on this channel, but I'm going to make an exception today because I know there are a lot of people out there that could really use the skills, like I just demonstrated, to quit their day jobs and finally make some legitimate money online. So I'll leave a link in the description to my Online Arbitrage Pro course, which will teach you the ins and outs of how I exactly do this properly. And more importantly, it'll show you exactly where to find these products and how to find them. And the products and the websites that I'll show you pretty much give you access to endless products. So for a limited time, you can obviously purchase that for 50% off by simply using the code YouTubeSub. let's move on, because I hate selling on this channel. I'm all about giving you free value, but I'm telling you that's really, really valuable for a lot of people out there, because I know that you can make a lot of money doing it. I'm not the only one. There are so many of you out there probably listening to this video already. So, okay. I'm going to give you one more way really fast to do online arbitrage from your house. And there are many ways that I actually do it. Like I said, the coupon website is just one. Another coupon website is another. There's a million of them. But this is also one of my favorite methods that I'm going to show you really fast. And that's basically liquidation pallets. So you can go ahead and purchase a liquidation pallet for really, really cheap online. And then you can resell those items back on Amazon and on eBay for ridiculous markup. Now, this method does obviously require a lot of startup money. Not a lot, but a couple hundred necessarily. We'll talk about it here in a second. But it does require a bit of startup money, and that's a great way to get products really fast. So, with the Amazon coupon site, for example, obviously you could get started with like $50. This method will require a few $100s. So you can purchase liquidation pallets from Amazon directly. You can purchase them from retail stores, or you can do what I like to do most of the time. You can simply purchase them from eBay. As you'll see here, scrolling down, there's so many offers. Another one right here, liquidation.com, so many offers. Now, there are many sites to do this, and you can actually physically go out and purchase them yourself as well. I just wanted to touch on a few examples. You really do need to know what you're doing when you do this, though. You have to have a decent idea of what sells and what doesn't, and how quickly they sell. But you can certainly make a lot of money online with this method, and as Gary Vee says, like I said, the flip game is very real. But if you're not comfortable with this yet, that's totally fine. Just know that it's a good option once you start to see what sells, by doing online arbitrage or in other ways. Obviously keep this in mind for the future, because you can flip a lot of products really fast. And using coupon websites to do arbitrage would be a great transition to something like this, because it'll teach you through experience with practically no financial risk at all. So there you have it, guys. That's our trash talk for the day. Those are my two favorite ways to do arbitrage from my house. I 100% respect the flip game, and I love the message that Gary Vee is trying to send to other aspiring entrepreneurs like you. But I just wanted to show you that you can do all this online if you want to as well. After all, that's exactly what this channel is based on: e-commerce, online marketing, and how to make money online. So if you appreciate the value in today's video, give it a thumbs up. I genuinely appreciate it. Also, if you're new here, consider subscribing. I'll be dropping a lot more videos just like this one in the near future. And I'll see you in the next one.